always come back to your old house. What if it's empty?
The Last Black Man in San Francisco follows a young black man on a quest to find home again against the realities of gentrification in the neighborhood in which he grew up. This is a love story, but it's not your typical love story. Like, who are the love interests and the people that have fallen in love?
Me and the house. As weird as that sounds, you know, home represents a lot for a lot of people, especially anybody who has ever experienced losing their home.
We're talking about gentrification, and this is obviously something that is huge in San Francisco. Have you had people from other cities that are being like, I can relate to you now?
Yeah, bro. Unfortunately, yes. It's so universal. I think it pulls on a lot of, you know, strings for people because they, you know, they're watching their hometowns change and their sort of regional culture kind of dissipate.
Even though you're talking heavy issues with the gentrification, with the racism, but there was still that kind of warmth at the same time. Never felt like any anger.
Yeah, that's funny you said that. You just kind of understood that, you know, I think it's better to come, you know, not be aggressive about it. You're not going to get anywhere if you're yapping, yelling at each other, and you're coming aggressively. If you sit down and talk like adults, that's the only way you're going to make some progress.
This is not about, you know, villainizing people or simplifying this very complicated problem. The movie's about one person's story to get back home.
The Last Black Man in San Francisco hits select theaters today and opens everywhere next Friday. Another indie flick making its way to the big screen is the French comedy drama The Fireflies Are Gone. It's the story of a frustrated teen who is trying to free herself from her mother's influence and her narrow life in a small industrial town. Then she meets the guitar-playing Steve, a guy twice her age who lives in his mother's basement.
I think that she's kind of tired of her own cynicism. And when she finally meets this guy, Steve, who's like not cynical at all and who's kind of okay with everything, that's when she starts to see things differently.
And when he meets this cynical girl, I think he teach her somehow to be happier, to accept more.